In my last review, I compared Aldi's anti-establishment IPA with Brewdog's Punk IPA. It wasn't even close. Anti-establishment hit it out the park. Thing is, what's become apparent is Punk IPA is not a good beer. It's let itself go, it cheapened itself, it no longer tastes like a game changer. It tastes like an entry level IPA from what I had earlier. The Aldi stuff, which is not a great deal cheaper. I mean, if you buy Brewdog in Morrison's, for example, for 8 cans for a tenner, that works out at £1.25 a can. The Aldi stuff is £1.19 a can. Thing is that for Brewdog to be able to mass produce it to that extent, clearly they've lowered the quality. I've seen a couple of people reviewing it since they changed the recipe, and I'm sorry to say to all of them, as a newbie coming along, you're being kind to it, guys. It doesn't taste that nice. You're going on nice even. You're going on what it used to taste like. It's sullying your opinion of what it is now. It is nowhere near quite clearly the drink that it used to be. So what I intend doing now is there's a drink that is really good, I think, for £3 a can, which is Brewdog versus Northern Monk. It's the Vermont Sessions, and it's a session IPA. It comes in a 5.2%, 440ml can, and like I say, it's one that I've tried in the last couple of weeks as a newbie. I love this stuff. Reminds me of Flavorly's Loch Lomond Zoom Time, but nicer again. And then you got the Aldi version there, which they're saying it's a lovely can as well. It's like it's a perfectly drinkable 4.5%. It is not a New England IPA, even though it says so on the tin, because it's only 4.5%. And those who know better than me state that that is well below the alcohol content to even claim to be a New England IPA. In fact, you would be kicked out of New England, kicking and screaming, never to return if you announced your arrival to the locals with this. However, I've had it a few times and I like it. It's not a New England IPA. It is not an absolute beautiful beer. What it is £1.50. And if you want something that is close to the real thing, it's as close as you're going to get for that price. The guys that I've seen on the reviews are absolutely right. When I tried it, I like it, but when you pay more, you pay, like in this case, twice as much. I think I'm going to find the difference between these. I'm going to go in tonight. I know this is nicer because I've had it. I know this is, for £1.50, a perfectly reasonable drink. I'm going to give you what I think of what they smell like, what they taste like, as I should. Why the hell else am I here, right? We get a bit of tropical fruit. There's definitely mango. bit of pineapple, hint of pineapple, bit of passion fruit. It's that end of the fruity scale. It is tropical fruit. As far as the smell goes, although I have just drunk a couple of citrusy drinks before this, so it may be that I'm not picking it up because I've had stronger citrus. I can't smell a lot of citrus in it. A little hint of lime maybe. Anyway, cheers. This is the Aldi 10-4 New England IPA, 4.5%. You get a lovely, it's a light bodied, it's like an orangey taste to it, a really nice orangey taste to it. And the kickback is actually of the zest of orange peel, but it's watery as well. So it's not like full on. But for that price, if I'm turning up to the park on a Saturday afternoon with 10 of me mates, which is going to be happening to people pretty soon, take 10 cans of that. You know, it's going to cost you 15 quid, and you're going to make probably 9 out of your 10 friends very happy with that. And a 10th one who either doesn't like beer or only drinks whiskey, well, get the bloody whiskey and the beer out then, and we'll all have a go with yours. It's lovely. I really like that. You know, it's clearly not an expensive beer. It's £1.50's worth of beer, but it is £1.50's worth of beer. They have wrung every single bit, every single penny out of that and put it in there. As far as budget beer goes, there's Steam Brew by Lidl's and there's this. And if I'm honest, I'm with this. Although I love Steam Brew, it's great budget beer. This is the best budget beer that I've had that's on the market right now. We move on from there and we go to the Vermont sessions. The Session New England IPA from Brewdog and Northern Monk. I tasted this a couple of weeks ago. I was smitten. I thought it was lovely. It's if memory serves, it's not something that I'd have like a lot of in one sitting. It's a proper beer to be savoured. It doesn't taste dissimilar to that. It just tastes like the difference between sparkling white wine and champagne. And a very good sparkling white wine at that. Yeah, the difference is it's very subtle, but it's noticeable. It's like orange peel and blood orange flavouring. Um, I like the flavour of like orange peel. I like that. I've got no problem with that, particularly if I'm paying £1.50 for it. But if I'm paying £3 for it, then I get blood orange. And much sweeter. Well, I say sweeter. It's still got that edge. It's got exactly the same edge, but it's got the sweetness as well. That makes it a lot easier to sink. the aftertaste from the Aldi one comes up from the throat because it's kind of like a gassy aftertaste. That one is from the roof of your mouth because it's a more tart and a more expensive group of ingredients. I can't fault either of them. Clearly, the Vermont Sessions is the nicer drink, and if you're being offered it or that, then you'd have that. However, you're not always offered that. Sometimes you have to go for that. That's perfectly good. That's perfectly good. Ironically, if I was scoring them, I'd score them the same, purely on the price alone. They both get an 8 out of 10. This because it gets every single last penny out of £1.50 in flavour. And this because he uses every single penny of this £3 and puts it into the flavour and the appearance. That is a lovely looking drink. It don't look far different, does it? And it doesn't taste that much difference either. But £1.50 does buy you difference.